Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Since right now the Clan War League isn't really a qualifier option, since like Clash Worlds got paused basically, a lot of pro players are like spreading out to France, joining other teams to have like some fun with them, since it doesn't really matter too much where you're ranked at the moment. So for example, I'm right now doing with one of my accounts in Noobs the Clan War League with them, and we actually face off a clan against or like you face Marshall's Kiss, and over there's for example a couple of pro players. For example, Huan, you might know him, Hugo Sieglitz, and well, I guess those should be familiar names to you guys. So this will be the war against them. I will have to attack the number 4 guy, and our plan is basically to have like a Yeti blimp at the 2 o'clock side for the scatter shot, and then walk into this long open channel, try to wallbreak in one more time into the cannon behind the royal champion, and then just let the queen do her thing and start with the hybrid into the town hall. That's the idea. I think we should just get started. We have everything cooked up. Only one wallbreaker is needed, and well, I guess let's get started and see how this war is going to end. Since like you guys saw, there's only like 5 or 6 minutes on the clock. So let's see. We are starting off with our Yeti blimp, like I said. We're going for the scatter shot. No rage needed. The only building which we need to go down is the scatter shot. That's it. We don't need anything more. And, well, okay, we need something more, which is going to be looting out the clan castle. That's like the next good thing for us. But building-wise, only the scatter shot was important. So, let's get started with our queen. She's going against all of those storages early on. We have to delay the healers a little bit until the Yeti mites are dead. Otherwise, those healers might switch, and the ice cubes are now getting taken out with the poison on the queen. So for now, what is our next step? Our next step is letting our queen walk into the enemy royal champion, raging nice and early, and then we can get started with the king from the bottom and the hybrid in between. That's kind of the thing which we are waiting for at the moment. So let's see how this works. We're starting off with our queen is going against those defenses now. We're placing an aggressive rage, which means that our queen is running into the rage and luring the healers in behind. For example, if you're placing like a normal rage, the healers and the queen are already in the rage. On this one, we skipped the healers, like we did not have the healers in the rage in the beginning, just to make sure that like there's overall more value when the queen is stepping deeper into the base. We need the next rage, and now there's a lot of things happening at the same time. We have our hybrid at the bottom of the base, and then we have our queen in the core. We need to freeze for the queen and everything to make sure that she's staying alive. And meanwhile, the hybrid is coming in from the bottom. First heal is getting placed to make sure that the hybrids are like the troops are staying strong and healthy around the town hall. Then the warden ability really soon as the warden is following. Meanwhile, another rage for my own queen. We're facing now the enemy queen, freezing that. And now everything's looking really good. One heal spell left. Only issue might be the time. You guys know me. Time is always an issue. So far everything's looking good. The only bad news for us is that there are 2 troll Teslas. One at the top, one on the left side. This one on the right side we took out in the beginning of the attack. But still, we have like 2 troll Teslas, which would be perfect if we could just save the Royal Champion ability. But the Royal Champion is now leading the charge into the last couple of defenses, which means we have to use her ability. This is kind of tricky, so with a little bit of luck, our couple of mines are splitting off to the left side actually, which means that we have around 30 seconds for the last like 7%, which should get the triple down for us. So this is a huge swing for us because, like I said, it was really even in this war. So let's check out how the war is looking right now. Let's get back on the war map, and you guys can see it, 34 to 33, and both teams have 1 attack left. So this is going to be a crazy finish. So let's jump into the last remaining, or like let's wait for the last attack, which is happening right now. We got only 2 stars, which means if Marshall Kiss is getting the 3 star, it might be a little closer, but I think we should get the percentage either way. And they did not triple, so this means this is going to be a win for the noobs. Nice job by them. Glad I could help. 36 to 35. I think I got triple as well, so I kind of had to triple to make this even again. So yeah, strong finish on their part. And GG's, was a fun match. And hopefully see you guys soon for Huan and Hugo. So that's it for the first war, but we have more attacks to go. And I think we should jump to Tribe to see how their war is looking and what we can do over there. So there's only 8 minutes left, but this war is already decided. So like winning wise, we have already won it. It's only about maxing those stars. We have to go on number 14. That was like one of the last bases which were remaining. We'll grab that. And since like most of the bases are maxed anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. So let's figure out a way where we can start it. So first thing, which is like kind of obvious, there are 3 ground expos. But the location of the ground expos are kind of important as well, because those are located at the bottom side, which means if we want to come in from the top side, there's not too much damage because all of those expos are on the other side of the base. So even though we're facing 3 ground expos, we can't do something with the charge. So that's kind of the goal which I have going into this attack. So the idea behind this is that if we're starting at the top side with like a queen walk and funneling on the left and on the right side, then we should be able to walk this entire flank with our queen. Since she has access, it doesn't really matter where she's going, if she's going to the town hall compartment or to the right side. Both options are fine for us, because then we can get started with the hybrid from the left side and using the king and the siege barracks to funnel everything in, to keep everything inside, and that should be it. Even though there are 3 ground expos on the back end, I think this should be a pretty good setup, and that's all we're going for. This is kind of the thing which we're going for. We have nice freeze values for the backend as well, like the Smoter Inferno Tower with the Scatter Shot, for example, and stuff like that. Eagle with the Royal Champion. So we have a lot of different possibilities to go for freezes. I don't think that we will need any freezes for our Queen charge. But I mean, you should always bring 2 freezes if you're doing something like that. I feel like freezes are so good right now in the game. They're so versatile. You can use them anywhere basically. So yeah, one more thing which we should probably go for is we have only 4 loons at the moment, but we have to funnel on both sides, kind of expensive. So that's why I bring like just 5 loons. So let's wait one more time, sure that we get that funnel down. Otherwise, I feel like the funnel might be the biggest issues for our queen. Like if we get that down, it should be probably really good. There's actually a hole next to the archer tower, so there's a nice and easy way to like drop those loons on there. Then we have like a couple of loons on the cannon on the left side with the Babe Dragon together to make sure that the funnel is right. And well, then just the queen from the top side, right? Like then the queen from the top side with 1 Coco loon as well. That's kind of the setup. So we need 2 loons on the right, 2 loons on the left, and 1 loon at the top. Like this means 5 loons overall. Obviously, normally you try to have like a couple of backup loons. Let's just hope that we're not running into too many black mines. That would be kind of bad. So we have to remember to set up the warden to ground, not to air, like it is selected right now. But except that, we have everything set up. We can get started. So let's do it. Let's get the next 3-star done for us, so we finish on a 38 war, or otherwise we'll be 37. Like either way, it's not too bad. So let's get started with the queen at the top. Then we're like starting with the loons. So we're starting with the queen, then the loons, and then like the war break, etc. So queen's place, 2 loons on the right. There's actually a Tesla farm coming up, which is not too good. Black mine on the left side as well. War breaker's place, black mine at the top side as well. Okay, so there are tons of black mines. Another black mine for the Babe Dragon. So this is getting really close. So how do we funnel for the queen? Now we have to use like 2 Hawk Riders for the cannon. I might have to use another Hawk Rider. Like I said, it's important that the cannon is not only going down, but it's supposed to go down in time as well. Otherwise, our queen might walk. And if she is walking, this entire attack is like doomed. So this was, even though we swag kind of 1 Hawk Rider, I think it was worth it just to make sure. The town was keeps staying, not getting killed by the queen. Maybe we should have raged earlier. But now we're getting rid of the enemy clan castle. 1 minion to support that. Now we can use our king in the beginning, then the siege barracks as well. So far, it's looking okay. We used a couple of more troops in the beginning than I would have liked, but still it's not looking too bad. King is doing his thing over there, tanking tons of defenses. We can use his ability really soon, trying to drop all of the troops now. So this is not looking too bad, actually. This is not looking too bad. Miners are at the bottom. They're chasing, oh no, the miners are chasing the skeletons on the outside, which is actually not good, because we need those miners in the core to take out the enemy queen. That's super important. Now the Hog Riders are coming in, supporting the miners and everything, but the miners are still on the outside, not making it to the core, and this is gonna be bad for us. Like, we have all of the miners on the outside. There are tons of troops at the bottom still left, but our god damn it, the enemy queen is still alive, and this is gonna be a really big pain for us. We somehow need to power through this. Even though our queen is still alive, her healers will die eventually to the enemy multi-inferno tower. So this is gonna be close. Nothing in the corners left anymore, which means like we can't really use our archers or like wizards, whatever, too well. We have like 50 seconds left, so this is getting really close. Like a tons of wizards, but not too many miners, which would have been like way more helpful for us. Now the oh god, now the wizards are getting fried. Queen is doing her thing, beating a wall. Now she has to go for the air skeletons because we lured those with the freaking minion. Maybe we should have just saved the minion. Now we have 30 seconds left. Is this enough to take down the X-Bow? And it is. So this should be a triple. If this, yeah, that should be a triple. 20 seconds. I think that should be able. That should be possible for our queen. So even though this was a horrible hybrid part with like the ground skeleton luring all of the miners to the outside, that was unfortunate. But still, we got it down. That's all what matters. So that was pretty close. But well, we took the 3 stars. So this will finish up on a 38 stars. That's pretty decent for us. So let's see if we can keep going this entire week. And well, thank you guys so much for watching. This was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. One more time, GG's to Martial's Kids. It was a fun war. It was a really close war. Crazy finish of both of the teams. And well, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys back tomorrow for another one. And until then, see you guys and bye bye.